Hello everybody, welcome back to Mark's Beer Reviews. Today we've got a beer that's or has been knocking around for a little while now. I did have it a little while ago, wasn't that impressed, but I think it might have been to do with the particular store's possible storage issues. I've spoken to a couple of people since about this beer and they've said, have it again. Tom Crummy Beard, I promise you, I promise you will like it. So it is the Seven Brothers Honeycomb Pale Ale. Now, I know Tom, or the Crummy Beard, has been banging on about Seven Brothers for a long time. He absolutely loves their stuff. And to be honest, I've only ever had this beer out of Asda 6-7 months ago now, probably back last summer, so that probably would be, at least 7 months ago. And to be honest, I wasn't that impressed. I found it very boring for what it was. And I don't remember actually thinking this was a good pale ale, first and foremost. I presume this is an adjunct beer. Obviously, if it's labelled as Honeycomb Pale, we'll have a look at the can in a minute, see what's in the back. I don't mind adjunct beers as long as the base that they're on, the good beer that they're in is good. I don't mind that. As long as it's subtle and the base beer is good, I don't mind it at all. I just don't like it when they chuck adjuncts into rubbish beer and try and sell it as craft beer and rip you and me off in the process. That's what really... I won't say other words, but it annoys me as a beer drinker and as a beer consumer. It does get on my wick, shall we say. Right, let's open this. Oh, I'll tell you what, did I talk about this? Right, Asda, 440 can, ABV is 4%, and I got this for it's on the website for £3, but I actually got this as part of, it's on the shelf for £3, should I say, but I got this as part of the 4 for 3 deal, so I probably wouldn't have paid a lot for this. So yeah. I think I got this as the 4 for 3. It was a while ago now. Anyway, well, the most you're going to pay for this is £3 anyway. You might get lucky and pay a little bit less. Let's get the can open then and into a glass. There we go. No smoke really on the can opening. Beer looks relatively lively. Yep, she's certainly pale. Very pale, in fact. I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. I can't remember what it looked like in the sun. It almost looks like a hazy lager. There's an Italian lager. One of my favourite beers of last year was Duration's Cutting Grass, which is an Italian Pilsner. That looks exactly the same as that. There's no sediment in the bottom. It literally looks like a lager. Look at the carbonation, it's kicking off. But yeah, let's get a nose then, because I'm quite interested for this, because this is the first beer that I've had on the channel that I've had before that I'm, you know what I'm saying. Let's try and move this around a little bit. I'm not getting any honeycomb. There is a soft sweetness in there, but I wouldn't say it was honeycomb. It just smells like a standard pale ale. Is there a bit of hoppiness in there? There might be. Very soft, there's no sort of dominating aromas out of this at all. I think we've got to go in to taste it because I'm not getting much at all. Cheers everybody. Oh wow, there we go. Wow, okay, right. I was waiting for the honeycomb. I was thinking this is a honeycomb pale ale. There wasn't anything, and all of a sudden it just went bah! There's a bit of honeycomb right at the end. I'm going to go in again. Now we know what we're looking for. I have to say, Tom, the Crummy Beard, I'm glad you convinced me to do this again. That That's blooming good. Initial thoughts then. It's just a good crisp pale ale, pretty much all the way through. The actual core of the beer is fantastic, and then right at the end, I mean, it's really really late. The beer's gone down the throat, and you're kind of sucking the rest of the beer off the tongue. That's when the honeycomb hits you. It's slightly hoppy. There's a roasted sweetness that runs through there, only ever so slightly, and then the honeycomb is just it's pretty good. And that roasted, it's almost like when you think honeycomb, you think crunchy bars, don't you? But it's almost a deeper roasted honeycomb flavour than that. It's not as sweet as a crunchy bar. It doesn't have that kind of, well, it's a confectionery bar. They're meant to be sweet. They're meant to be overly sweet. It doesn't have that. It's really a nice roasted honeycomb in there right at the end though. If you could take that last little bit off, you'd just think you were drinking a good solid pale ale, and that's what it is. It's a good solid pale ale behind there. I'm impressed. Crisp malts, a slight hint of hop, not too crazy. It's just a really super crisp beer. A little bit of bitterness, and then the honeycomb comes in. Oh my god, that is delicious. That is absolutely delicious. That's a very, very, very good beer. I mean, I think I'm going to guess it's an adjunct beer. I haven't looked at the can. We'll have a look at that in a minute, see what's in it. But yeah, it's just a very good beer. I mean, it looks great in the glass. But it just smells like a good crisp pale ale. I mean, it almost smells lagery. Must be some sort of Pilsner malt. Oh, hold on a minute. Almost getting a bit of honey on the smell now, which I wasn't getting before. But that's a very, very good beer. For £3, and like I say, I'm sure it was in that 4 for 3 deal that they were doing. That is just, that for £3, that's worth every penny. That's that's just lovely. In one of my recent videos, I talked about the Tiny Rebel Pineapple Express IPA, whatever it was, and the pineapple just stomped all over the actual beer, so you didn't get any malt character, didn't get any hop character. It was just this weird synthetic pineapple thing running right through the beer. This is anything but dominating, if this indeed is an adjunct, which I presume it is at this point, but we'll have a look in a minute for clarification. But that Seven Brothers is a cracker, and I'm glad I've given it another go, and I must thank Tom, the Crummy Beer, for convincing me. Let's have a look at the can then. It says it's a 4% ABV beer, sweet, Moorish and tasty. I'll say that. It's not overly sweet. Honeycomb Pale Ale. Meet our sweetest beer. A perfectly balanced pale with carefully selected hops infused with the essence of honeycomb, creating this extremely Moorish, unique pale ale. Yeah. There's a bit of hoppiness in there that I was picking up, so I haven't been able to appreciate the carefully selected hops. If there is anything a bit crazy in there. Seven Brothers Brewing beer, that's right. Salford in Manchester, obviously. 1.76 units, but there's no ingredients on the can, which is a shame, because I like to know what I'm drinking. That might be the only little nitpick. Is the can, just not the ingredients on. Allergens, malted barley, wheat. Yeah. The actual information on the can's not too comprehensive, but the beer is blooming lovely. How would I rate this then? Well, it was everything it's everything I thought it wasn't, I have to say, after that beer I had in the summer. Sorry guys, camera died, magic of YouTube. I was saying it's every bit of the beer that I thought it wasn't in the summer. I've got absolutely no issues with giving that a 4.5 out of 5. That is lovely. The can talks about the hops. I wasn't really getting much of a hop character out of it, but I imagine they probably wanted to have a subtle bed to put the honeycomb on. Get in the comments, let me know if you've had the beer. I think that was lovely, and let me know if you've had a beer from like the batch that was like early summer. I know there's suspicions that Asda struggle to keep their beer stored correctly, and a lot of the beer's kind of semi-perished as a result. But yeah, I mean, that is just a totally different beer. Really enjoyed that. 4.5 out of 5, everybody. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you could hit that like and subscribe button, please do, and let us know if you've had this beer recently, and let me know if you had it in the summer as well, because it would be interesting to know, just for my own sanity, I suppose. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Cheers.